Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the new lecture on pharmaceutics, the dosage form science. I am Shoaib Muhammad, lecturer in the Department of Pharmaceutics, Faculty of Pharmacy, University of Sindh. So in the current lecture of pharmaceutical calculations, we will be discussing about the reducing and enlarging formula and the ratio strength. This is the outline of the current lecture. Firstly, we will be discussing about the reducing and enlarging formula, then the examples of reducing and enlarging formula, the ratio strength, and the examples of ratio strength. In the official compendia, there are standard sizes of the batches, and pharmacists may need to prepare smaller or larger quantities of preparation depending upon the need of the patient or size of the batch in the industry. For this purpose, pharmacist requires a specific calculation to reduce or enlarge the standard formulation. So the calculations for reducing or enlarging the formulas or reducing or enlarging standard size of the batch, it can be done by two-step process. Step number one is using the following equation to determine the factor that defines the multiple or decimal fraction of the amount of formula to be prepared. Now this formula, that is quantity of formula desired divided by quantity of formula given, is equal to factor. Now this factor will be a multiple or a decimal fraction, and the quantity of formula given will be the standard quantity that is present into the compoundia, while the quantity of formula desired is the quantity we want to make. Okay, so if we put these value in the equation, we will either get a multiple fraction or we will get a decimal fraction. Now if the value of the factor is greater than 1, we will call it as the multiple fraction, and this will indicate that the quantity of our preparation is more than the standard formula. If the value of the factor is less than 1, this indicates the fraction. That means the quantity which we are making is less than the standard preparation or standard formulation. The step number 2 will be to multiply the quantity of each ingredient in the formula by the factor to determine the amount of each ingredient required in the reduced or enlarged formula. So whatever the value we are getting into the factor, we will multiply it with each ingredient of the formulation, which includes the active pharmaceutical ingredient as well as the excipients. And when we multiply each of these ingredients with the factor, we will get the quantity required for each ingredient for the reduced or enlarged formula. So here is an example for the calculation of a preparation that contains one ingredient. The question is, if a formula for 100 ml contains 6 grams of a drug, how many grams of drug are needed to prepare 60 ml of the formula? So that means the standard formula says that 100 ml must contain 6 grams of the drug. But over here, we want to make 60 ml of the preparation or 60 ml of the formulation. So as discussed earlier, to calculate the quantity of the drug, that how much quantity of the drug will be required to make 60 ml of the formula, so firstly we will find the factor, and to find the factor, the formula is quantity of the formula desired divided by quantity of the formula given is equal to factor. So the quantity of the formula desired, that is what quantity of the preparation we want to make. So we want to make 60 ml. In quantity of formula given, the standard preparation, or we can say that is the 100 ml. So if you put these value in this formula, we will get 60 ml divided by 1000 ml is equal to 0.06. That is the factor. Now if this value is less than 1, so we will say that this is a fraction, and we know that we are trying to reduce the size of the preparation or the formula. Now if we multiply this factor with the given quantity of the drug, that is 6 gram, so 6 gram multiplied by 0.06 will be equal to 0.36 gram. That means for making 60 ml of the formula, we will require 0.36 gram of the drug. Now here is a more detailed example that says, from the following formula, calculate the quantity of each ingredient required to make 240 ml of calamine lotion. The formula says the preparation contains calamine 80 gram, zinc oxide 80 gram, glycerine 20 gram, bentonite magma 250 ml, and calcium hydroxide topical solution required to make 1000 ml. Now the question suggests that the standard quantity is 1000 ml and we have to make 250 ml of same preparation. So similarly we will go step by step. So firstly, as first step, we will find the factor. Now if we put the values into the formula, so 250 is the required quantity and 1000 is the standard quantity. We divided by this, so we will get the factor of 0.24, that is a fraction. Now we will multiply 0.24 with the standard quantity of each ingredient. So firstly we will go for the calamine. Now the standard quantity of the calamine was 80 gram. If we multiply it by the factor of 0.24, the answer is 12.2 gram. That means to prepare 240 ml of the preparation, we will require 19.2 gram of the calamine. Similarly, zinc oxide for the cinder preparation 80 grams were required. Similarly, multiply it by 0.24. The required quantity now is 19.2 gram. Glycerine for the standard preparation was required in 20 gram. If we multiply it 0.24, so for the desired preparation we require 4.8 ml of the glycerine. Bentonite magma, that was as a standard required is 250 gram, but for this preparation if you multiply it with 0.24, the required quantity will be 60 ml. And calcium hydroxide topical solution that is required for this preparation is 240 ml. The next example is, from the following formula for artificial tears, calculate the quantity of each ingredient required to prepare a dozen 30 ml containers. The quantities of each ingredient include polyvinyl alcohol 1.4 gram, povidone 0.6 gram, chlorobutanol 0.5 gram, sterile sodium chloride solution 9% to prepare 100 ml preparation. Now as the question suggests that the standard formula is for 100 ml of the preparation, but over here we have to make a dozen containers containing 30 ml of the preparation. So what will be the total quantity required to make the preparation? So we have to make 12 containers containing each 30 ml. So total quantity we require here is 360 ml. Now as a step 1 we will calculate the factor. So the standard preparation is of 100 ml and the desired preparation is of 360 ml. So if you divide 360 ml divided by 100, the factor is 3.6, which is a multiple. That means we have to make more than the standard formula. So if we go by step 2 and multiply this factor with the each standard quantity of each of the ingredient. So for polyvinyl alcohol, the standard quantity was 1.5 gram. If you multiply it by 3.6, now the required quantity is 5.05 gram. Povidone, that was as an standard required is 0.6 gram, but the current required quantity will be equal to 2.16 gram. Chlorobutanol, which was required as a standard in the quantity of 0.5 gram, but if you multiply it by the factor of 3.6, now its desired quantity is 1.8 gram, and the total sterile sodium chloride solution will be 360 ml. So here we have the last example of the reducing and enlarging formulas. The question says, from the following formula for dexamethasone ophthalmic ointment, calculate the quantity of each ingredient needed to prepare 7.5 gram of ointment. The quantity of each ingredient include dexamethasone, sodium phosphate 55 milligram, lanolin anhydrous 5 gram, mineral oil 10 gram, and white petrolatum 100 gram. So as per the given data, the standard quantity is 100 gram and we have to make here the 75 gram of the ointment. So firstly we will be finding the factor as in step 1. So 7.5 divided by 100 is equal to 0.075, that is the factor, and it is in fraction, so it is basically we are reducing the standard quantity of the formula. So if we multiply this factor with each of the ingredient of the formulation, so the required quantity of dexamethasone sodium phosphate, that was basically 55 milligram for standard preparation. If you multiply it with 0.075, so here we will require 0.125 milligram of dexamethasone. Lanolin, that anhydrous, that was required in the quantity of 5 gram. If you multiply it with 0.075 factor, now the required quantity is 0.375 gram. Mineral oil, that was required in the 100 gram quantity as a standard preparation. Over here, if you multiply it with 0.075 factor, the required quantity now will be 0.75 gram, and white petrolatum will be required as 7.5 grams. Now the ratio strength. The concentration of weak solutions are frequently expressed in terms of ratio strength. Because all percentages are ratio of parts per 100, ratio strength is merely another way of expressing the percentage strength of solutions or liquid preparations, and less frequently of mixture of solids. So for example, if we are saying 5%, that means 5 parts per 100 or 5 is to 100. Although 5 parts per 100 designate a ratio strength, it is customary to translate this designation into a ratio, the first figure of which is 1. Thus, 5 is to 100 can be written as 1 is to 20. When a ratio strength, for example 1 is to 1000, is used to designate a concentration, it is to be interpreted as follows. For the liquids and solids, 1 is to 1000 means 1 gram of solute or constituent in 100 ml of solution or liquid preparation. For liquid in liquids, 1 is to 1000 means 1 ml of constituent or drug in 100 ml of solution or liquid preparation. For solids, in solids, 1 is to 1000 means 1 gram of constituent in 1000 grams of mixture. The ratio and percentage strengths of any solution or mixture of solids are proportional, and either is easily converted to other by the use of proportion. Now over here we have example number 1 that says express 0.02% is a ratio strength. Now if we consider the 0.02% is one part of the preparation, so how many parts will be the other component will be composed of? Or if we are saying 0.0%, it is rate per 100, so we can write it as 0.02 divided by 100. So if we put it into the proportion formula, so if we consider 0.02 is 1 part, so for the 100 parts of 0.02, how many parts will be required? So if we put these values on one side, so x will be equal to 1 is to 100 divided by 0.02. So x will be equal to 5000. So over here 0.02% that indicates one part in the 1000 parts of a solution, or 1 is to 5000. The next example is express 1 is to 4000 is percentage strength. Now if we consider 4000 is 100% of the preparation or 100 parts of the preparation, then what will be the part of 1 in that 100 parts of preparation? Now if we adjust the values, so x will be equal to 1 is into 100 divided by 4000, so x is equal to 0.025%. So 1 is to 4000 means the drug is present as 0.02% in the 100% of the preparation. Now here we have the last example of the ratio strength, and it says a certain injectable contains 2 milligram of a drug per milliliter of solution. What is the ratio strength weight by volume of the solution? Now as we have discussed in the percentage, if we are having saying that the preparation is 1 is to 1000, that means 1 gram of the drug is present in 1000 ml of the solution. Now over here, though our solution is mentioned in milliliter, but the quantity of the drug is mentioned in the milligram. So firstly we will convert this quantity into the grams. So 2 milligram are equal to 0.002 grams of the drug. Now if we put these values into the formula of proportion, so it will be equal to 0.002 divided by 1 is equal to 1 upon x. Now as it says, if 0.002 gram of drug are present in 1 milliliter of solution, then what will be the proportion of 1 gram of the drug in the preparation, that is indicated by x. So 0.002 in 1, so what will be the quantity of 1 gram into the x quantity of the solution? So if we adjust the values, x will be equal to 500 ml, or we can write it as 1 is to 500. That means 1 gram of the drug will be contained in 500 ml of the solution. So this is all from my side. Thank you very much for your time.